Director, thank you for agreeing to see me.
I ask who I'm speaking to.
Sorry, who are you?
I am Sentinel Jackie Hill, West Coast Division of the Brotherhood of Steel. With the loss of the Pridwin and Liberty Prime, you have sealed our defeat in the Commonwealth. As Elder Maxon is missing and presumed deceased, I have taken control of the remaining forces on the East Coast. I now speak for the Brotherhood of Steel.
For one, my apologies, even though it doesn't mean anything. Get this crab out of the fucking way! Anyways, this crab, I shouldn't have brought it. Anyways, at that time, the Institute was under the management of the Board of Directors of Science. I swear to God, this crab.
It's clear now that hostility between our people is not the path forward. You've shown that your forces can appear out of thin air, and that there is not much we can do to counter that. Likewise, you can never truly stop us either, not without both sides destroying each other. We span the whole continent.
And yet, we still kicked your ass in the Commonwealth. What's your point? Going on. What is the point of this?
Where are you going with this?
Elder Maxon was misguided, to say the least, a zealot. He launched an unprovoked campaign against a facility that posed no direct threat to us. Understand, though, the Institute has a lot to answer for. Although your reforms show promise, they don't address the core issue. Our goal is to ensure that humanity's scientific progress does not outpace its moral progress.
Let's just get one thing straight. Anything that desires to be free shall be free in our territory.
If the synths are intelligent and self-aware, then they have a right to free will.
True artificial intelligence certainly has the capability of being more destructive than the atom bomb. Whether synths are human, machines, or both is ultimately irrelevant. This technology must never fall into the wrong hands. That said, I have no desire to pursue Maxon's agenda of genocide. I simply propose the following. 1. Hostilities between us stop. 2. That you keep the technology behind Gen 3 synths a secret. You will not share this technology with anyone outside our factions. Finally, you must grant us permanent access to your robotics facility. You will allow our inspectors to run a full diagnostic and ensure compliance with our core mission statement. Our inspectors will be unarmed the entire time, and their reports may not be censored or interfered with. To be clear, they are to be given diplomatic immunity, a pre-war concept that I'm sure you're familiar with. In exchange, our armed forces will leave the Commonwealth forever. Our inspectors may not disseminate Brotherhood propaganda, nor participate in subversive actions against the Institute. This includes ideological subversion. These are the terms of our proposed armistice.
I also have some conditions for this. Number 1, all synths not to be persecuted and to be returned to the Commonwealth. 2, Brotherhood forces will be helping the reconstruction of the Commonwealth. Number 3, that we be allowed to send our own research teams outside the Commonwealth with the help of the Brotherhood.
I'd prefer a peaceful solution. I'm in. Let's do this.
You made the right choice, Director. My people will be in touch.
Today, we gather not just as individuals, but as a united front, committed to the ideals of democracy and the shared vision of a safer future for all. Our Commonwealth, rich in its diversity and history, has faced many challenges, but none as pervasive as the threat posed by the Gunners. The Gunners have long been a scourge upon our lands, operating outside the rule of law and preying upon the vulnerable. They have disrupted our communities, sowed fear, and undermined the very principles we hold dear. We, the Minutemen, the Institute, the Railroad, the Brotherhood, and all of our allies, stand together in a resolute decision. It is time to eliminate this menace once and for all. Our democracy is built on the foundation of justice, equality, and the protection of our people. We cannot allow a rogue faction, driven by greed and violence, to dictate the terms of our existence. The Gunners may believe they are invincible, but they are mistaken. For we, the United Commonwealth, are stronger than any one group. Together, we possess the strength, the resources, and the will to reclaim our territory and restore order. Let us not forget the lives that have been lost and the families torn apart by their reckless actions. Each day that the gunners remain unchecked is another day of suffering for those who seek peace. It is our duty to rise up, to protect our neighbors, and to ensure that the freedoms we cherish are preserved for future generations. As we move forward in our mission to eliminate the gunners, we must remain steadfast in our commitment to our principles. We will not resort to their tactics of fear and violence. Instead, we will use our strength in numbers, our intelligence, and our unwavering resolve to bring about their end. Together, we will dismantle their operations, expose their corruption, and ensure that the Commonwealth is a place where all can thrive without fear. The time for action is now. Let us stand together, united in purpose, and usher in a new era of hope and safety for our people. Thank you.
It's all over now.
Before you came, who would have believed someone would rebuild the Minutemen, breach the Institute, and free all the synths? Dozens of years, countless sacrifices. It all paid off thanks to you. You're a damned hero in my book.
And so it was that the sole survivor of Vault 111 succeeded Sean as director of the Institute, and work began to reform the once corrupt and sinister organization. With the support of Dr. Fillmore, the sole survivor managed to instill equal rights to all Generation 3 synths, and forbid the mistreatment of Commonwealth residents. The kidnappings, murders, and unethical experiments came to a grinding halt. But not before many scientists were killed in a violent purge of the Directorate, unwilling to give up their control of the synths.
Father is more than just our leader. He is our creator.
Nevertheless, the Railroad praised this turn of events. Hostilities between the Institute and the Railroad finally ended. Regrettably, there was no possibility of peace with Elder Maxon's Brotherhood, and the sole survivors sealed their defeat in the Commonwealth by destroying the Pridwin, forcing the few survivors to flee the Commonwealth on foot. Ultimately, the Institute and the Brotherhood of Steel came to an armistice agreement, brokered by the West Coast Brotherhood Sentinel Jackie Hill, who later became Elder over Maxon's forces. Although the Institute and the Brotherhood stopped fighting, other battles raged on throughout the territory of the former United States, as war never changes.